Welcome everyone to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the TNI network. This is Trent, along with my co-host Bill, and just Bill today. That's it, just Bill. That's it. No, nobody else here, Bill. Just us. Just us today.
Well, there might be another person or two. Just like Team Canada, we might have a captain, but we have a whole crew.
That's right. That's right. There is going to be a crew. There's going to be a crew piling in here. But what we're going to do is we're going to systematically kill time, acting like it's casually killing time. But all we're doing is stalling.
Yeah, we normally have a 10-minute intro anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sometimes more, Bill. I've seen this intro go to a half hour of just nothing.
It's the Seinfeld of wrestling throwback podcasts.
That's true. That's very true.
Podcast about nothing.
But what's going on, man? How are you? What's new? It's Time Machine Tuesday. It's not Monday.
It is Time Machine Monday Tuesday. Today. Yeah, it was due to the holiday, Labor Day, for everyone that enjoyed the day off. But yeah, now we're to a Tuesday, but it's the Tuesday that feels like a Monday. So we'll see when we correct everything in the week. But last Wednesday was the big storms in in the Northeast here. I was hearing you guys might have some weather coming your way, but we're supposed to get hit again tomorrow.
Jeez. Now we got hit with some just regular rain today. But I didn't hear anything about some bad storms. I don't know. I heard you. Did you get hit pretty bad at your house or?
Yeah, we got a good amount of rain. We didn't get hit with too much wind, but like there were roads flooded out all around me.
No kidding.
Yeah, like it was pretty bad. It's about as, but it seems like there wasn't that many heavy rains in the past. Now you get them all the time. It's Alicia like tornadoes. It's crazy. Yeah, hopefully Alicia. She doesn't have anything like too bad because I know she had she lost power and stuff. Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't hit in that area. I know we all have a warning, I think like tomorrow night. And it could be like late afternoon, early evening, or it could be like midnight. It's a very generous time frame right now.
Crazy, man. That happened over the weekend? Was that this weekend?
Well, that was last Wednesday.
Yeah,
so it's a week tomorrow. So it's like the week anniversary. It might hit again.
That's right. Yeah, because Alicia wasn't on Thursday, right? Yeah,
correct.
No, wow.
Oh wait, no, what was she on? She may have been on.
I thought she was. So she did get power
she did
back.
Make it on. She did make it.
She did.
Well, she was operating, I think, off her phone or something. I think she.
Oh wow.
But she may have been back. She may have lost it and got it back again. I forget all the details.
Gotcha. Well, guys, everybody in the chat, hello. Uncle Mark is popping in right there. There's Uncle Mark right there. He's here. Treehouse on the bottom, like you want, Mark. But
appreciate that.
Mark is here. J-Bone, guys, is at his first event.
Second event in 2 nights. Event.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he's what was going on? He's seeing Fozzy tonight, right? That was
last night. He's at the movies tonight.
Oh, okay. Last night was Fozzy. Okay. Yeah, J-Bone just living it up, man. He's out there.
It's a wild man now. Wild bone.
Once you break the seal, right?
Yeah, that's it. He's out.
Yeah, now he's going to go to wrestling shows all the time. He's going to go to Checkers.
I was right with J-Bone, right? I hadn't left my house in a year and a half, and I just went to Slammiversary. I was like, fuck it. The first place I went to was Slam.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I fucking might as well just jump right in.
Once the chains are off, man, that's it. Everybody's out. But
I still don't go to the movies. I miss the movies, man. I feel like the movies, they're never well ventilated.
No,
they're not fucking spaced out. I miss the movies.
I think you'll be safe soon enough at the movie, though. I think they're putting in.
I go to the drive-in, but
it's like the airplanes.
Exactly. No, it's like recirculated air. Like really? I'm not there yet. Yeah,
but I go to the movies a lot. I'm comfortable in the movies. I probably wouldn't go to like a small art house theater right now.
That's what's outside my neighborhood.
A major cinema, I'd be okay with.
The one in front of my neighborhood is more of an art style cinema, like 5 screens. Like 12 rows or whatever it is, and that's it. So,
what's up, everybody in the chat? Let me say hello, everybody here. Super sticker, thank you, Eric, for that. We appreciate it. How's everybody doing out there? Is anybody else at a movie, or did anybody else go to a movie tonight? But hopefully,
Brian Field too. Thank you, super sticker.
Brian Field is super. Thank you, Brian. I got to meet Brian. I got to meet him on Thursday.
No kidding. Oh, was that this?
That's Brian.
Was he wearing our shirt?
That's Brian.
That's awesome. Thanks, Brian, for repping the brand too.
So here's what happened. So Brian, I said, do you want to meet John Capelli period Bravo? He goes, I'd love to meet John. I said, all right. So I went up to Bravo. He's already in street clothes. I go, Harley Race would have your ass right now. He goes, for what? And I'm like, because you're already changed. You're out of gimmick. You haven't left the building, asshole. You can't just change and just leave like this. And he goes, Harley Race is dead. And I'm like, that doesn't matter. You got to live. You got to play into this. God damn it. You got to play into this properly. I'm like, the guy wants to meet you downstairs. I need you to put the suit back on. He goes, I'm not fucking putting the suit back on. I'm like, listen here, Bravo. You fucking work for us today, okay? I want you to work.
I hope this is really how it went down.
Oh, this is how it went down. I said, if I tell you to put
Mr. Bravo, Mr. Bravo, sir.
No, I said, if I tell you to put the suit on, you're gonna put the fucking suit on. And he goes, Trent, I'm gonna tell you to go fuck yourself. I'll go meet the guy. I'm gonna tell you to go fuck yourself. And I was like, I'll compromise on that. So then he went down and met Brian, took a picture. I took the picture actually with Brian.
I did see Johnny Bravo smiled.
He did smile.
So the compromise was he didn't change his clothes and told you to go fuck yourself.
Told me to go fuck myself.
Okay,
but he did go down to meet Brian. That's what the key was.
Okay, gotcha.
But after I berated him for being in street clothes before leaving the building. but no, thanks.
I gotta give the two sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome. Brian's a cool guy, man. Definitely got to meet him. I didn't know he's local. I said, shit, just come to more shows. It'd be good to see it. But he was repping our.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
Who was that guy in the middle? Who the fuck was that?
Oh, was that guy? Yeah, who was that guy? Oh, he's from a former life. But hopefully everybody had a good Labor Day weekend. I had an amazing weekend. It was just a great weekend. On top of which, I had like Monday going in and Tuesday, I had like an 8 a.m. meeting at work, and I was like dreading it. It's like this heavy meeting. I'm like, fuck, this meeting's gonna suck. And you know what? 9 p.m. last night, they're like, can you move it to Wednesday? I'm like, you're fucking right, I can. And I was like, this weekend just keeps getting better.
Man, fuck you. So last night, my daughter made the volleyball team. So congratulations to my daughter.
Nice.
With that, though, comes apparently the evaporation of my fucking life. And today was the beginning of the first 5 a.m. practice.
Jeez, they make these kids go out at 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Really not happy about it. Not happy because the other practices are in the afternoon. So Monday, I have to pick her up at 5:30, and then she's got to be back there at 5 the next morning.
Oh my god, that's rough.
And this was coming off a holiday. The first practice, it was like, are you fucking joking? You couldn't move this one.
They don't do it after school practices anymore. It's all before.
They do 2 after school, 1 before, and 1 game.
Jeez, dude, this is
the same way, man. His kids in the band and these early practices. I don't know what the deal is with that.
Well, my son starts soccer next week, and I'm like, fuck, that's another 3 days, including a day on the weekend. Like, these kids' sports, man, these kids aren't going to go. My daughter ain't going to play professional fucking volleyball. My son ain't going to be the next fucking Pele or whatever. Like, do we really have to break our backs like this?
This vote of confidence.
Wishing the best to Pele. I think Pele has some health issues, so wishing the best to Pele.
Is he's still alive? I didn't know Pele was alive. That's crazy. I didn't know
he's alive. Come on, man. It's Pele.
Everybody say bye to Mark now. This is it. He's checking out at 85. He's done. This will be the last throwback he's on for sure. Is this every day, Mark? Every day they practice?
Yeah, it's every day. And then my son has tutoring at 7:15 on Tuesday. So my wife and my son were gone early this morning as well. And then my wife she's a teacher, so she works 10, 12-hour days.
I'll tell you the best. Be sorry, son of a bitch.
Obviously, like, for people without kids are like, well, you shouldn't have had kids. Whatever, like, kids with the bad, right? But one thing that people say that I haven't experienced yet, because my kids just weren't of age, I am now literally like a fucking taxi. Like,
oh man,
it's just constantly. And if you guys know me, I hate leaving the house. It's dangerous out there. Fuck. Now I got to drive constantly. It's like, shit.
That sucks.
Like,
that really sucks.
Let me just show you this. Hold on. Let me see if you guys can see my alarm schedule.
Jesus Christ! Look, what's with the afternoon ones? What are those?
Bus pickups, late bus pickups.
God damn.
School pickups, after school activities. I've got 4 doctor's appointments on schedule this week. Yeah, this may be the last time you see me ever. That's why I haven't been on for like the last 2 weeks. I showed up one day, and that was a bad day. It was just, I was just worn down that day anyways, and been a rough week,
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it, Bill. I don't
either, man. I don't know how they fucking do it either. Oh, you mean me? Fuck.
in general. Parents, I don't know how you guys do it, man.
A lot of weed.
A lot of weed. But
weed.
real quick,
This is the good stuff.
literally what he is doing right now in the treehouse. That's why he was late. All right, everybody in the treehouse, everybody in the chat,
Everybody in the treehouse.
everybody in the treehouse right now. Real quick, everybody, if you're watching YouTube, give the video a like, sub to the channel, Twitch, sub, follow, cheer some bits. Don't forget, I want to plug this in the middle of the show now because Truck was like, you need to start plugging shit in the middle of the show because you don't do it enough. You do it at the end of the show and everybody fucking leaves. And I'm like, you're right, Truck. So I'm going to plug it right here. Patreon.com/WeTalkImpact. Guys, we have a Patreon with a bunch
I don't think
more
Truck
shows.
ever speaks that crudely.
He does. To me, he does. He texts me very violently. But listen,
Violently.
Part of that phone call you owed him.
I gave it to him live on the air one time when you guys were doing a watch along. I did it then. But listen, we have a bunch of bonus shows on the Patreon. After we gave a free family dinner away for the holiday. So we gave a 3-hour family dinner
And
away.
apparently people love it because it's doing really well.
Yes. So we have a bunch of shows. There's a watch along. The poll is still up for a watch along, Fam's Choice. Get on there, guys. Cheapest tier you could get in like a basic tier was $3 for the basic tier, correct? $3 is the most.
Yes.
So you get a $3 tier. You can jump in. Check it out. Just go check patreon.com.
$5 tiers family dinner, which family dinner is that's the one that everybody wanted back. That's the one we brought back. It's why the Patreon even exists. That's Sunday nights, which we did run it on Saturday night this week because because All Out was on Sunday, which were streaming with tier 3 patrons in the treehouse. So
that's a big perk too. You get watch alongs and you get a private Discord.
Yeah, especially tier 3. The private Discord really, I think, in my opinion, makes it worth it. That's where like the TNI fan tag really means.
Yeah.
Everything.
So guys, check it out. Patreon.com/WeTalkImpact. Just look at the breakdown and consider joining at a low tier. See it. And the big thanks to Brian joined this weekend. Brian Field just joined this weekend. And we had another sign up. Hang on.
Wrestling Phantom.
This weekend. Phantom. Our boy Phantom jumped on this weekend. So thank you to Phantom and Brian who joined this weekend. Guys, you're in for some great shit. You'll enjoy it. Any feedback you want to give us on it, give us feedback. We're always welcome to feedback. But guys, anybody who's not on, give it a shot. Your longtime listeners, just check it out. Try it for a month. You hate it. Get out. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not going to break us. You know what I mean? But give it a shot. I got bills. Mark's got kids. Literally, the man literally has kids to pay for gas for fucking with his car.
Right?
Like
God damn. I don't even want to think about that.
I love it. Default one. I swear, I'm just gonna do a show where it's just us bullshitting on Twitch or something at some point.
Wait,
but
default one is always stoned.
The family dinner.
That's what family dinner is. Yeah, family dinner this past weekend was wild. It was 3 hours. I was in the kitchen the whole time.
And it's free, so everyone can go back and watch it.
Yeah, I went back and I started it. I'm only halfway through. You maniacs went 3 hours. For those who haven't seen Family Dinner before, it's an hour. We keep it to an hour, almost not strictly, but within 5 minutes of either direction. 3 hours is unprecedented. I don't know that we've ever had a 3-hour show. Even Chris Harris's show wasn't a full 3 hours.
Yeah, dude, we went fucking. It was just. I mean, it was late Saturday. It was a holiday week, and we were all happened to be home. And we just went for it. It was just something. So
the default one, if you're a smoker, for any of you that smoke, if you like smoking with somebody, After Dark is your show. That's
After Dark
3. I always smoke with you guys on After Dark. So Alicia smokes on After Dark.
We might do one Thursday after they do the review for the post show.
If I'm alive, I'm in.
All right, I'm in for an After Dark on Thursday. I should be home for that. So let's head for that. But check it out. But anyway, let's jump into this one. We're gonna do throwback tonight. This is NWA-TNA number 85. That's a lot of damn shows we've reviewed here. A lot of content, Bill. A lot of content here.
A lot of content.
When did you join? Do you remember which number you joined in on? You were watching it from the beginning when me and Jay were doing it, right?
Yeah. I think I started jumping on like mid-20s.
Yeah, I think you were 20.
You were early, huh?
25 because I was 26, and then Bill stayed on after that.
No kidding. You were on that early, huh? Wow. Nice. That's cool.
We were
all right.
Original 2 T-shirt guests.
That's right.
See, if you bought a shirt the very first time, you could be a permanent host now.
I couldn't believe you could have your own show by now. I couldn't believe the amount of people who didn't
get in on the ground level, people.
I offered that shirt thing, and like there were people who bought shirts and never wanted to jump on. I was like, all right. What can I say? I'm like, it's open, but jump in on some of these old shows. Go back and watch them, guys. There's all on the whole thing. The whole catalog.
Whoever default one is a G, man.
Default one's man. I hope this is not just Kyle. Just by making us feel good. You know what I mean?
Kyle, who's that? Oh, good Kyle from Australia.
No, the original OG.
Oh,
Kyle,
OG Kyle. Gotcha.
who's too busy at the brewery with Jessica Rabbit hanging out all day.
And then here for sorry, RK, you missed it. Hopefully you went back and watched it.
It's a marathon.
But yeah, Charles with the line of the night here. I swear you guys said I think we're going to wrap it up at one point on Saturday, so I left the stream. But then you guys went another hour and a half. I know the sign off was at least 30 minutes.
At least. I don't even know what the hell we talked about, man. I couldn't even tell you.
It was, I don't know. Like I said, I'm an hour and a half in, and I was like, what the fuck is even going on? You guys were
It was wild.
It was a great show. I mean, that's what family dinner is there, right? Just whatever. Kitchen. So you guys were talking about other promotions and movies. What's your favorite movies? And
oh, yeah.
So there was some
because that's what the people brought. That people wanted to know about movies and stuff like that.
Well, that's what I always say about, and not to keep going, but I love family dinner because the listeners make, like the chatters, like the family makes the show, right? Yeah. It's as good as what they give us.
Kyle, fuck no.
Don't insult him like that.
I know. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you.
Our bad.
But let's jump in. Our boy Sabinite's not in here, is he?
Not right now, unless he's just silent right now.
I'd love to hear his insight.
He might be protesting this show.
He might be, because he was getting. This was when he was at war with all the Juggalos. So, for anybody who doesn't know, we got a buddy. First Sabinite. He's on the show too. He's been on our show, but he was at all the Asylum shows, so he has like ground floor experience of all this shit we're talking about. He's a great asset. We're so happy we connected with him, and he's been giving us some real cool like inside info on especially the ICP run. It's been wild. So we're gonna talk about it in just a second. So let's jump in. NWA-TNA number 85, March 10th, 2004. Now I was on my buddy Dave's couch watching this. I forked over my $5, and he forked over his $5, which actually no, he didn't, because it was on his cable bill. But I gave him my $5, and we probably had March.
And it never went to Dave's old man, I'm guessing.
Hell no. It never went to the old man. You know, he's got, I think I mentioned, he's got all, we used to record him on VHS, and he still got him in his garage. And he's like, do you want all those VHS of the TNA tapes? And I'm like, I got them on DVD. I got the app. I got them on like hard disk too. And he's like, what am I gonna do with all these kids? I can't throw them away. I was like, you can't throw them away. Just put them in the basement. You can't throw them away.
Your nerd card is stamped forever, bro. I got them on disc. I got them on digital. I got the app. I can watch TNA anywhere I want.
Fucking Dave's got him on VHS, dude.
Still to this day?
He still got him. He's like, I can't bring myself to throw him away. So I'm like, all right.
Throw those away,
he can't throw them away. You know how much years of our lives we invested in these damn things. We were fucking nerds, dude.
Speaking of Dave, really quick, give him a heads up that in about another 15 episodes, we're going to want to talk to him. So if he wants to start planning in like whatever he wants to do to get ready. I know last time he spent a good 2 weeks getting ready. So
fall's good for him too, because I think his kids are back in school, so he's good. He's got a little more time. Fall's good for him. We'll get him in now that we're in the fall here. But dude, we were nerds. We tape it. Sometimes I get to his house early on a Wednesday. We'd watch last week's like a bunch of fucking nerds, man. Like we were told I knew every nook and cranny of this goddamn company. I'm telling you, this is why I take current shit so hard, man. You don't understand.
Settle down.
Anyway, all right, let's jump in. Bill, you got the email pulled up? March 10th, 04, right to the nose. Where were we?
I was down at a Sixers game. I was working a Sixers game. They were hosting the Milwaukee Bucks, J-Bone's very own. And the Sixers came out on top in that one. But it was not a good year for the Sixers. It was a rough year. AI did not play in this game, so it was a tough go. But yeah, no, I was down there. But a win. Always like to see a win.
All right. I could have rubbed it in J-Bone's face today, but he's not here. March of 04.
I can guarantee you that my story gets really boring from here because this is like some hardcore poverty months.
Ooh,
like some of the worst of my life, so bad that like it leads to a big move that coincides with the move out of the asylum for TNA. So I move out of Houston some point in August of 04, probably around after my birthday, which is the 20th, for those of you that want to put that in your calendar, your diary, etc. So right around the time TNA moves out of the asylum, and then I stopped watching wrestling for the most part. So I missed the entire first year.
Oh shit! Feedback.
Yeah.
You blew up the machine.
Damn, like that got really dark.
You're doing like a dog whistle.
That really got dark for a second. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up some.
Yeah, those were the rough months, man.
And you know what?
It's really bad in there.
You know what, everybody? You know what? You know who stood by his side to this day, even through the rough, poverty-stricken period? Hot wife is still there. Was that me?
We're there again too, so she's still here.
Hot wife, still there. Am I feeding back? I heard something.
Holy ring. We're there for a second, but
I think my headphones got pulled out for a second. All right, but hot wife still goddamn there, man.
She is the realest G. I can never
G, man.
Ever question her loyalty. Like, she is such a fucking G.
They went from ramen noodles to filet mignon together.
Back to ramen noodles.
Back to ramen.
It's all right. We're going to eat filet mignon again one day.
One day, baby. We're moving on up.
Came here for a lot of money.
Sign up for Patreon tier 3, $10 only. It's a great deal.
Guys, if I haven't paid you into Patreon because this Mark is back to ramen at this point, I don't know what's going to work. Honestly, I don't know what's going to work.
But did you guys notice that I'm
different background?
A little bit of a different position. I actually got a little desk thing, a cheap desk thing, so I can actually like put my shit somewhere.
No kidding.
Because I was sitting on the couch, right?
I did like you lounging, though. It was more you to be lounging.
I completely agree, but I noticed that there's like a spot. These are new couches I bought for up here when I finally was able to furnish it. And now there's a spot rubbed into the arm from me sitting there all the time. It's
like the lean?
Yeah. No, like the arm itself is wearing down from me, like
really?
Putting my arm on it constantly. Yeah, and I was like, shit, all right, I gotta do something about this. So
that's great.
Relocated.
Well, nice, looks nice. All right, well, let's jump in. Let's get into this one here. We open up. This episode's focused all around the America's X Cup. Team Mexico, Team Canada. Bill's got the jersey on. Team Canada, he's repping today. Look at that, boom, very nice. It's heavily anchored. Coach, settle down, Coach. Settle down. Settle down.
I'm Russian.
We'll get to you, Coach. Relax. He's all over that show today. This episode reminded me of like an Impact today. It's like it's D'Amore everywhere on this one. All over. But it's heavily anchored by the tournament. We get a couple of nuggets of basically it's Jarrett and Harris. They're feeding that for next week, and then they're pretty much wrapping up the Clowns storyline here. But it's a lot of if you're not a fan of repeat talent on a show, you're not gonna like this episode. Yeah. It's a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah. If you like the talent, then you're gonna love it. But if you don't like it, then it could be a tough watch.
Right off the bat, I think Save and I told us this. They taped all these these are all pre-tapes, never edited in. Because you could tell, like at one point, Jack Evans, he like finishes his match, and then like next cut, he's backstage with the jacket on doing a 4-man interview. So like I think Save and I was saying they taped all these before some of the other episodes. And then they just basically patched them into this episode. It was weird, like how these were all
pre-taped. I was bad for Don West's shirt. Yeah, if you like now, he's been wearing it for like a month. That shirt.
No, I didn't note down his shirt color today. What was it?
Oh, it was the gold, canary, yellow, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
It's been that way for a while.
It was because of all the pre-tapes. Now I wonder how these were all kind of patched in. Like, were they not at the asylum for a couple weeks? Then was there a few week gap? You know, they just pre-tape everything, and then
the rodeo was in town, and then he did the fair.
Maybe, I'd love to talk to Save and I. Like, were they just off for a couple weeks, and then they just edited these together?
We'll probably listen back on this. So you could just let us know in the comments or shoot us a tweet or something.
Let us know. So I'm curious now because I know Jarrett Harris is live for sure, but these like 2-3 weeks, I think they're just edited, or 2 weeks. I think it's just. or 3. I think it's just pieced up stuff. So I don't know. I'm curious. If same night you can let us know, would love to hear that one. Because these are the bad thing about these shows, because they're behind the paywall, you don't have a lot of those nuggets of trivia nuggets unless people were there. Because like other stuff just gets out for other shows, but these, because they're behind the paywall, they didn't have as much exposure, and it wasn't during the internet era, so people weren't tweeting and all that stuff. There's no record of any of it. So
the first 2 full years of AJ Styles' fucking career are behind a paywall.
Behind a paywall. Think about that. By the way,
he was a champion in year 1. Like he had every match was fucking incredible in the first 2 years.
If it wasn't for the DVDs that sold really well, a lot of people would never have known. But those DVDs were in like every store: Best Buy, Tower Records,
The Wall,
Virgin Megastore. Everybody had them. So those DVDs were really
Sam Goody.
A big Sam Good. They all had them. Thanks to Paul. But thank you for reminding us. Don is in remission, and thank you.
Yes,
Mayor.
That news was pretty recent. On Saturday, we talked about it. But it was definitely for the throwback. That's very good news. The remission. Because I know that's not an easy one he's dealing with there. So hopefully he stays in remission for a while.
Throat cancer?
Yeah, it was brain.
Oh, it's brain. Just like Joe Doring had, huh? He had the brain cancer too.
Pretty much.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Hey, listen, Doring beat it. Don's in remission. We got this.
Fantastic news.
Great news. I want a Don West t-shirt where he's also clotheslining the cancer out of the brain like Joe Doring. Because for people who don't know, Bill, show them the Joe Doring shirt.
within reach. Naturally.
Look at this. Fuck cancer, and it's Joe.
Such a cool shirt.
He's clotheslining the cancer out of a guy's head. Oh my God, I love it.
I don't remember, Bill. Have you told us the story of where you got that shirt? And I don't remember.
He signed it too. Look, he's got a cool signature.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd you get the shirt, Bill? Is it
I got it from Japan.
Did you really?
Oh shit.
I talked to Joe about it when I saw him in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, I was going back and forth with him. I'm like, do you still have any of these shirts? He's like, oh no, man. He's like, that was one run and they were gone. So I was able to locate one over in Japan.
Shit.
That's incredible.
That's like through an internet service?
Someone was selling one over in Japan and I was able to
He's a broker.
Obtain it.
It cost him
years.
It cost him his car, but he sure as hell he's got the shirt.
Yes, many yen went over to.
I used to use Yahoo Auctions for that back in the day.
They don't say Yahoo Auctions. I never knew that.
Oh, dude, it was their version of eBay. Like it was
really. I was always an eBay guy.
Huge.
Nice, very nice. All right, well, cool. Let's get into it. Let's jump in. We get a recap of 84, and then we open up with TNA and West going over all the rules, the details. They really broke it. This was a good. They really gave you everything. The points. It was pretty convoluted, but they gave you everything. Like all the point system was laid out on screen. You could at least pause it and take a look if you wanted to.
I mean, it was clear after 2 matches which way it was going, but
you can do it now. Back then, you couldn't pause it.
No, that's right. You couldn't pause it back then. You couldn't even take a picture.
True.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't do shit. You couldn't even watch a replay. If you missed it, you missed it. Or was it 24-hour replay? I don't remember what it was.
They would
like it's if you taped on your VHS, you could have rewound it.
We did.
Well, I was clone carding this stuff, so I wasn't taping anything.
I'll tell you what. We they would actually give you the instant replay when you order it for $10. You got the immediate because it would be
like
back to back.
Okay. You get the immediate one right away. That was included. Sometimes
which
we go
is still
back.
A small fucking window, man. Like if you missed something, you fucking missed it.
That's true.
That was it.
There were times we watched them back. We were fucking nerds, man. There were times we literally let it run, and like we would just let the 9 to 11 feet just run, and I'm like just sitting there bullshitting. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, what am I doing in my life? But it was a Wednesday night, you know.
And at that point, you're a kid.
Oh, dude, 18
what else
years
ago. What are you supposed to be doing? Like that's what you were supposed to be doing with your life. It was great. That point in your life.
It was great.
The only difference between you and everyone else is you weren't smoking weed.
No, I wasn't. I was not.
You can see a punk weed free.
Nope. But we got all details. All right, so then we opening match. Teddy Hart, who's the team captain of Team Canada, with Scott D'Amore taking on Mr. Aguila, who was S.A. Rios, as Mike TNA liked to remind us. Let me get your opinion. I felt no chemistry at all between these two. At all. They were just like I feel like they had no chemistry, a lot of like setup moves, a lot of like preparing the move, a lot of real slow match for what these two should have been. I didn't enjoy it. Teddy has a great moonsault. I did put that.
Maybe I'm with you because during this match I was thinking how bad Aguilar looked.
Yeah.
So maybe that was my interpretation of your same comment.
I just didn't feel like they had any chemistry. Bill, what do you? Yeah, go ahead.
I thought Teddy Hart looked great.
Teddy's good, but no chemistry with this guy though. What do you think, Bill?
Yeah, it wasn't a great fit. They obviously you see it later on in the card. There's ones that the style mixes with better. Mr. Aguila, not really. Our boy Rios. He's good, but he's a totally different style, and it wasn't mixing with Teddy because I know this was brought up on the watch along, which you can always watch on the Discord. The shows you can watch these shows with us before we do the review about like why like really the conundrum of Teddy Hart and like why he didn't like signed at 18 up north, all the talent in the world, but he was ahead of his time back then, and then obviously he had issues. Like he was ahead of his time, and then he had issues. Like back then, it was just he was a kid. He was a kid, and he really was. He was hot shot. Like
old here.
Back in the wrestling mags back then, they were talking about him like not doing well with bookings and stuff. I remember getting PWI probably about that time, be like, "Oh, Teddy Hart, they're not happy with him down at the up north."
No showing bookings and shit like that.
Like just stuff like they didn't think he was committed and stuff back then.
Yeah.
So it was just but then you look at it that time, he was doing crazy stuff. Like you see it here, Wrestling Society X. He was doing stuff that was way ahead. Him, Jack Evans. Like now, like you look at it through today's lens, and you're like, "Oh, how did this guy not do it?" Back then, they weren't as impressed as we are with what he's doing. They're like same thing. Like all those guys, even Rey Mysterio and all those guys before him, it's like, that's not going to sell to a major audience.
Yeah, if you were in the watch along with me, and I've seen Teddy Hart before I watched this run originally, but this whole watch along, every time he had a match, I was like, my God, Teddy Hart. Like every time his offense is so it's not
innovative, man.
Yeah, it's not Canyon-like, but I have the same expectation with Teddy Hart in the ring that I did with Chris Canyon, that I don't know what I'm going to get in the way of offense. And Teddy Hart gave me, I don't know, 25 different moves in these 3 matches. Just like nuts. Absolutely incredible.
He was different, man. There was something. I mean, 04. It's everything people started doing 10 years later.
Yeah,
he was doing it then.
Well, he had all the lineage and the pedigree and the opportunity and the exposure and the guidance and the talent and the athleticism. He had everything.
Yeah,
he's a perfect package.
Didn't have his head on straight. That's
he was missing the one thing you need to keep all the rest of those things together.
Unfortunately, he doesn't win. So they're up on this one. I'm gonna do something for you, Bill. Armando Quintero, right there. Because he's just as bad here. He is terrible. He is absolutely.
He's all up in it, isn't he?
He is all angering me so much. Like the way Scott Hudson bothers Bill. Armando Quintero was bugging the shit out of me during this.
Well, I think he is very similar. It's like that style. But since we don't see him as much, he doesn't bother me. It's just the too much of Hudson. Yeah, if we had Hudson once or twice a show, I'd probably be like, whatever. Doesn't do much for me. But
it's 8 segments a show.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Real quick in the chat, who did watch? You watched the watch along on Discord, who watches prior to the show tonight? Who's like following along accurately with us?
Yeah, I know Lakers was in there.
Justin was there. Justin started the stream, but was having some issues.
Yeah, so but I know he turned in, so I don't think he's here now. But
yeah, no, he wasn't going to make it tonight. And a few other people popped in and out. It wasn't as normally we have about 10, and I think tonight at max we maybe had like 7 or 8, and then 4 or 5 of us. So not as busy as we normally are, but that's all right. You know, it's always a fun time. I enjoy it.
Cool. Well, all right, we go. So yeah, Abismo Negro cuts a great promo though. I didn't understand a word of it, but he was intense as shit.
He was passionate.
And Quintero's translation, he's like, like Abismo Negro was like, and was like, he said he's gonna win, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here! There's been a bunch of other shit. That guy went on for like a minute and a half. Like, what are you talking about? Round 2.
You wanted all the details.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't hear any lies coming from you though. That's pretty much how it went.
Round 2 is Petey versus Juventud. This was interesting. It was a little slow. Again, chemistry was a little weird with these two. I think they had a better match later on in their careers together. I did love this. Hoovy put the sharpshooter on Petey. I thought that was smart. That was brilliant.
The juicy shooter.
Juicy shooter.
Psych him out with the juicy shooter. I loved it.
I thought that was because TNA picked up on it. I thought that was great.
Oh man, in the look, he looked right at the hard cam too, and like sold it immediately. That's good shit.
I don't know. But I felt it was a little slow for what these two guys are. A little slow, unless they were just conserving energy. Went moved a little slow for me. Bill, I don't know if you have a different opinion on that one.
Once again, I think he had the same issues. Like these guys were obviously there wasn't a lot of chemistry with working together previously, so you kind of see them going through the motions. But as the matches do pick up as they keep going,
yes,
which you would expect for as they get more familiar with each other. But once again, I think we have a tendency to look at it through today. Like Petey wasn't the Petey we know now. No, the Petey we see for all these years. It's a very young Petey that we're probably holding to a very tough standard for back then. Still good, but obviously we see Petey get excellent. One of the best technicians in the ring. So him not being perfect, I think makes it look a little worse than it really is. I think he did a fine job here. Once again, I think in both these matches, I think honest and I'm a Hoovy guy. I think we're all Hoovy guys.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one, I think Petey looked better in this match than Hoovy.
That's what I was thinking. I think
that's maybe the surprise is that Hoovy you would expect to look better against Petey, but I thought Petey carried the match a little bit more than Hoovy.
Save for that run on the apron outside. That was really
that cool. Was sick. That was sick. Yeah, that was sick.
Like, that was awesome.
And that's the thing. He did some spots. Hoovy did some spots in that match. Petey wrestled that match.
Yeah. Good way to put it.
I enjoyed that match, though. I guess I'm kind of the only one. I really liked that match.
No. It was a good match.
It wasn't bad. It was close. For me.
Like, it was a 1-1A in the first two matches.
Yeah, it was just, for me, I think I just expected it to be more explosive, given who it was. But again, like Bill made a good point, I'm looking at it from today's Petey Williams and Pete Hoovy. It wasn't that. This is a very young Petey.
And 3 matches in one night for both these guys that they know they have coming up.
True, and they're concerned. Skipper was not on the show, by the way, for Jero and Nolans. No Skipper on the show.
But we do get a surprise at the end. You got to stay till the end.
Hoovy does, yes. Hoovy wins. Hoovy wins.
Hold on. This from Charles too. I wonder if the language barrier was a problem in these matches. Could be. Good point.
That's a great take. The language barrier for sure. Default one. Give me a little bit. We'll hold that question till a little bit later. We'll get to that in a second. I definitely want to talk about that in a second. But yeah, so the Hoovy wins this one. They're up again. Now we're back with Scott Hudson backstage with Team Canada. Teddy Hart is now injured. They're in the locker room. He's freaking out. They're all freaking out. Teddy is fired up right now. D'Amore tells Johnny Devine to step up. You're leading the way today. Teddy's pissed. I'm not quitting. Tape it up. Let's go. Like he's telling the trainer to tape it up.
This is almost the beginning of the Teddy Hart, who becomes iconic for his promos.
Dude, it was very. I'm like, is he shooting? This sounds like a shoot, man.
He does a very good promo. He's a very heart and soul promo guy.
He is. We had him at AAW.
Working 9 to 5.
Dude, I'll never forget this promo he cut at AAW one time. It literally hit me. I was like, fuck. I was like, man.
People were going nuts in like 2017, 2018.
I'm telling you, dude.
People were going nuts. They were waiting. Give Teddy the mic. There were chants for giving him the mic after every match.
I'm telling you.
MLW, I liked that stuff.
One of the biggest missed opportunities in wrestling is Teddy Hart to me.
Oh,
I can't believe it. This guy should be the biggest fucking star right now, basically.
Ever in history. All the lineage. all the opportunity.
Yeah, I think what happened was you see all the potential early, but then it's years later when he comes back, like he resurfaces only a few years ago and has that run on the indies where he's like a top indie guy in the country for like a year and a half. And then you go, well, if he was like that 10 years, 15 years earlier, the guy could have been one of the biggest stars in wrestling.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What a horribly sad missed opportunity for him and for wrestling fans.
Youngest guy signed to a WWE contract. You know what? Signed him at 17. At 17 years old, he had a contract. No, I think even earlier, 16. I think he had the contract, and he got let go by 17 or 18, almost 18. It was nuts. Like he had it all, man. I don't. It's a sad tale. I would say, look, best thing to tell people is just enjoy what you can get your hands on. The matches you can find, enjoy them. But Bill, I gotta ask you real quick. It's all a sidebar. Were you at the Ring of Honor show where he did that moonsault off the top of the cage that pissed everybody off?
Why did it piss everybody off?
Because he wasn't supposed to do it. That was the idea.
Was it early in the show or something?
No, this was a huge main event, like cage match, like 5-on-5. I forgot. I didn't know what show. I got to look it up. It's fucking amazing. The show is intense, but he does like these insane spots all throughout it. And then he tops it off.
That's what he's Teddy Hart. He's the star, right? In his mind, he's the star.
Yeah, he was so over the but the final blow to everybody was like he went to the top of the cage and did like a corkscrew 450 shit to the outside onto nobody knew it was coming. Yeah, everybody's seen that. That clip it's fucking insane. You're like, what?
Maybe I've seen it and didn't know it was him.
Everybody like Joe. I remember Samoa Joe was like heated, the most upset about it because he's like, this fucker didn't tell anybody. Like I got kicked in the face. Like it was so weird, man. Like I'm not gonna let him fall because then you're the asshole, right? But
dude is a show stealer, isn't he?
He's a show stealer, man. I'm telling you, get your hands on what you can get your hands on. And just enjoy it for what it was because it was great stuff.
And I know a lot of people are talking about Jeff Hardy, and that's after Teddy was before the Hardys, but they become the youngest after Teddy. So, Teddy was the youngest when he was signed.
Sasha Banks was 17.
So when you type in Teddy Hart on YouTube, the first thing that comes up that suggested is Teddy Hart ROH incident.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch it real quick.
I don't know if I'm looking to see if it's actually on here. I don't know if it's on here though. I don't think it is, but I think it's been scrubbed. You got to find it somewhere. So I make it find it. Okay. Definitely find it. It's wild shit though.
DM it to me, please, someone if you find it.
If you find it, find it. It's just wild shit. But he was a great talent. I
love to watch a Teddy Hart match.
I'll never take it away from the guy. He was a very talented wrestler.
Again, like the comparison to Canyon, he's so exciting because I don't know what he's going to do. Everything is so fluid. You found it?
It's a fucking 720 that he does to the outside.
Off of a cage to the outside.
You gotta see this. You gotta see it. I'll have to send it. I'll put here. Everybody want to watch? I'll put it in the chat too. It's on YouTube. Everybody watch this. This is just cuckoo bananas, man. Here, Mark, I'll send it to you. All right.
Hard.
It's just a 40-second like highlight clip, but the final clip is the time. All right, let's keep going here.
And technically, what is that? Is that a year after this, like roughly time frame?
Yeah, it's about this is 04. No, I think it's a scramble cage.
Or is it the year? Is it the year before? It's the year before, the year after.
It's probably this. It might be the same year.
It might even be. It might be timing wise. I think it might be around that time.
It's around the time. This could have been what hurt his knee. Really, that put him out for a while. I don't know.
Shot on like a fucking camcorder from 1984.
Yeah, it's some bad stuff. But I think it's just been, these were like dub tapes. You know what I mean? These are like dubs of dubs that got passed around at the time. But it's just wild, man. Anyway, moving on. It's Hot Shot Giant Devine taking on Abismo Negro. Very mad.
Oh my god!
Did you see that? It's fucking nuts, man. It's crazy.
Oh my god!
Like he literally knocks people out like bowling pins. That's what it looks like.
Fucking.
And they were just
reckless.
Yeah, everybody's pretty pissed off about it. That's good stuff. it's so ridiculous.
Fuck, what a maniac. Teddy Hart, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Jesus. The Teddy Hart show tonight. Dude was fucking talented. Is talented. I don't know what he's doing now, but
very athletic.
Does he wrestle at all anymore?
Bill wouldn't. You would know more than I would.
Yeah, Bill would know.
He went that whole thing with Maria Manic and all that.
It's been a while since he's wrestled at this point. I think, did he wind up on a show?
Yeah,
like in like California, maybe last year, like a one-off. He may have.
There was that whole thing where some girl disappeared and he was connected to some trainee.
Well, that was years ago. That was before his comeback.
So
that became news when he got a little too popular on the indies, and it resurfaced like anything else.
But then, so when was the video by the pickup truck with like him outside someone's house?
That was when he was pretty much he left MLW. Once he left MLW, that's when he pretty much he made a few appearances, but he wasn't working nearly as much.
Here, Charles knows.
I think that was in California. If it doesn't, many been on the same card with Alberto.
Oh,
if my memory serves me right.
Wow, is this show run by Rob Black or something?
Yeah, Rob Black.
Jesus, how's going on in California that they're running this show?
I don't know, man. But let's keep going.
Ryan, what are you doing?
Rob Black's back in the news because XPW is coming back.
Get out! Wait a minute. Are you serious?
I saw that everyone's dropping out of that show.
Well, one person dropped out of it.
Are you serious? They're coming back?
Jay Chris is the only person I know to drop it. Willie Mack's fighting for the world title.
The world title. That's great.
Wait, they're doing it in Rochester, New York in November.
That's what I was about to say. They're not doing the show in LA. Yeah.
Well, they stopped doing LA a long time ago. They moved to Philly, and then they moved to New York.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because they went to go compete against as ECW was dying. They moved into Philly to take over the niche.
Bill, were you at the show where the fight happened outside, where they got into like a big shoot fight?
No, that was near the end of ECW. I wasn't hanging around then.
There was
the carcass.
There was a shoot fight between what was left of ECW and the XPW crew, and they got into a brawl outside of the arena. Like it was just
not the one inside where like they're in the front row.
Inside happened, but this was almost a retell to that because then they showed up in Philly and they tried starting shit again, and then these guys, and then apparently it was like war shit was like fuck these motherfuckers. They went out there and just started brawling. It was ridiculous. Damn. Like this is some wild west shit that will never happen today. Like you get people like call security. Like I don't want to fight anybody. Call security. Like it would be like these guys were ready to kill each other. It was bananas. All right, so Giant Devine, Abismo Negro, very mat based. They mentioned that Devine is trained by Bad News Brown, and West even comments it's a little more ground based, but I think Devine looked pretty good here. He was really shining to me today on this one. I liked him, man. He did win. He does win on this one.
It's a nice win for Johnny Devine.
It was. He's anybody know what happened to Johnny Devine? Somebody find him. Let us know what happened. Anybody listening live, I'm just curious if there's anything current on Johnny Devine. The next skit.
Coach when you need him.
Yeah, seriously. Coach would know. Glenn Gilberti playing psychiatrist. Coach, can you give Johnny Devine a call right now?
Let me see if I got a timer. Hold on.
Coach, any chance Johnny Devine will be an Impact anytime soon?
Yes. Team Canada 2.0. Johnny, we need you. I'm back.
That's enough, Coach. Get out.
All right. Bye-bye.
Fuck out of here, Coach.
See you later.
Fuck is wrong.
Fuck is wrong with you, Coach? Glenn Gilberti playing psychiatrist David Young about clowns. I love this. He's like, when you were growing up, did you get Bozo the Clown? Were you? He's like, no. And he's like, come on. This is a great segment. He's like, literally, he's got him on the couch, like psychiatrist shrink style, and he's like, were you a fan of Doink the Clown? He's like, no, I had a Doink the Clown. Like, just, he's still wrestling Johnny Devine. Interesting. Where? Kid Cash comes in. What the hell are you doing? What is this shit? He goes, we are outnumbered. There's 1,000 juggalos out there, and there's 3 of us. And he's like, let's go. God damn it. We got a match to prepare for. He's like, all right, let's get out of here. Come on. He goes, "Get up here, David! Quit clowning around." It's like, "Oh no!" I love that little like shot.
Get this man off his back.
So yeah, get this man. Quit clowning around. Oh, but
I'm not a DY guy, but he was actually cracking me up here.
he gets way more into comedy as this goes on. I don't think he ever becomes a serious wrestler again, but he definitely goes into comedy.
Oh, but he never goes back to serious?
He's always a comedy character after this, you know, kind of like a little EY, like when EY was doing his like bad luck Eric Young and everything was bad, like bad luck Brian, you know, like that meme. That's what like David Young was for a while.
Okay.
We go another first round. Jack Evans from the heavens. Before he's from the heavens, before they called him Jack Evans from the heavens.
Fresh faced 21-year-old.
A youngin taking on a
very young boy.
Yeah, taking on a very manly Hector Garza, who looked like he just wanted to beat his fucking ass.
Hector Garza's fucking bad motherfucker.
He is a bad. I was shocked to find out TNA mentioning that Jack Evans credits Brian Alvarez for training him.
What in the hell? We
one
talked
of his
about that in the
trainers.
watch along.
I was like, what? I was like, Brian Alvarez, fake, like one half of fake.
Run the clip.
Yeah, run the frame isn't.
I mean, this
Brian,
is completely topical. I got to find this. It's buried somewhere.
The first shot is Brian Alvarez. Everybody doesn't know.
Longing for that fake wrestling news. Don't believe anything that you read on the internet.
Not the first shot, but that.
Don't believe anything you read on the internet.
Yeah, that's Brian Alvarez. And that guy trained Jack Evans from the.
We've got him in a Simon Diamond clip too, right?
Well, he is a SoCal guy.
He is, yeah.
Well, actually, he's from the Pacific Northwest, but he now is, and that's where they came. They came from the same area.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they wound up in the same area.
I didn't like this match, boys. I thought it was slow. I thought a lot of wasted moves on this by Jack Evans. I didn't like it at all.
I really like this match.
This reminded me of Jason Cross type shit with the extra moves. Like, I think the matchup was weird. Garza was like, "What the fuck is all this?"
I get where you're coming from. I can totally see where you wouldn't like this match. I really enjoyed the David Goliath. Like, just even the way they looked in there with each other, because Garza is like a fucking monster.
He's a man.
And yeah, Evans is 21 years old. He's literally a kid at this point. But I know it's hokey, but he was like doing all the breakdancing stuff, and like I was like, man, that's cool. Whatever. Like,
yeah, the crowd popped for that. Though.
Yeah, 20 years ago, this shit is badass. Like, I don't know, man. I thought this was a cool match. It was different. It's way different.
I feel like it never hit second gear. That's my only thing with it. I just feel like
Probably
never
because it was all offense from one and then smashed by the other. Like, it wasn't a real story of a match.
No, Bill, any thoughts on this one?
I'm not gonna be. It's similar to a lot of the other matches where they didn't really go great together, but at least from the outside, maybe because their styles were so very specific to what they were, it did give a story, even if it wasn't intentional, because you did have Garza who just looked angry and was like, "Are you kidding me with this kid in here?" And the kid just flying around, doing all kinds of crazy spots. So it, without even trying, they were kind of telling a story just by booking that match. So at least it gave off that. But I think what we've seen is, that's why I go back to the beginning. I think like those early matches now seem even better as we're getting further down the card. Probably not the right matchups where everyone went against each other, but since they were just like, I think it was pretty random how they threw everyone together here. It didn't kind of make much sense. Why, like, okay, we'll single this guy versus this guy. When you look around and be like, oh, this guy may have had a better match if they were to move him around. But a lot of those, like, other than Juice, they all, like, he was the cruiserweight. The other guys were a little more like mat wrestlers and stuff like that. They didn't really fit in with, this was all high flying Team Canada, except for Johnny Devine.
Yeah, Johnny Devine's more of a mat guy. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a weird dynamic with all this.
That's what I liked about it. I thought it was a bunch of weird matches. It wasn't that I loved every match so much. It was just a bunch of weird matchups.
It was a weird. I liked round 2 a lot better though. I thought the tags were way more exciting coming up in a second. But for round 1 just seemed odd to me. But the tag matches, that's where I felt they really popped off. But like Charles said though, I think they might have been holding them back a little bit because they had 3 matches to wrestle on this taping. Yeah. So probably like, all right, man, I'm not giving everything right now.
Yeah.
But we go.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, Scott Hudson with
America's. Now, everybody in the chat, do you think that should be Scott Hudson or should this be Scott Hudson?
We got this guy again.
Oh, we get that.
That's a J-Bone creation.
Is that the original bell?
Last week's show.
Yeah, it's the original bell. I got it back from her.
Okay.
I had to beat it out of the nurse.
You don't want to know where that bell's been.
No, I don't. I don't want to know where. I had to disinfect.
Her video series was excellent. The saga of the bell was quite enthralling.
It took a while to get it back.
Didn't that bell make a trip to New York at some point?
No, but it wound up on the beach, a mailbox, a book share, the steps of a high school. Homeless guy.
That bell got around, man. It was living a life. And now it's stuck back in your dark ass apartment.
Yeah, right back in the
dark. Doing nothing all day.
Into the Abismo Negro, man. That's where it's at.
Watch out.
Nice.
Zach says J-Bone's posting pictures at the movies.
No pants.
No pants. Is there another way to see movies?
I think it's Pee Wee Herman movies.
We're all old enough to remember that, except for Critical Sting and Hakeem.
What? I thought it was at home. Which one's Jay? It's me, J-Bone. You know me, J-Bone. Yeah, everybody knows me. Which one's Jay? Get the fuck out of here. The guy's got no pants on. He's so used to like being at home nowadays. He's like, oh, I'm supposed to wear pants to this? All right, Pee Wee. Hands behind your head. How the fuck did I gotta do this to a Marvel movie? Jesus Christ. All right, anyway.
Oh, that's right. He's seen Shang-Chi. Sound off if you've seen Shang-Chi. Is it badass? I want to see it. But again, as we discussed earlier, I'm not quite at movie stage yet.
Well, hopefully soon. But yeah, J-Mo will give a full report on it. But anyway, Scott Hudson with AMW. Chris Harris cuts a really good promo about next week. Just hyping the match. Very dramatic, very epic. Love it. It's enough.
It was very dramatic. I had to put in the GIF during the watch along of Airplane.
Did you? Which one?
Well, surely you can't be serious.
Don't call me.
Don't call me Shirley.
No, it was good. It was good. It was enough to keep me remind me that next week is all this. That's a big match coming up. Again, a huge. Again,
I'll give you another reminder or two before the show's over.
Yeah, a couple. I want to say it's not. If you haven't seen it, go back. Watch Chris Harris's interview prior to this match that we did with him. It's on the channel. Excuse me. You don't want to miss that. He really breaks it all down. Awesome.
We need to go back and actually find that in the archives and tweet it out so people can.
Let's tweet that out before next week.
Yeah.
Maybe we can even do a watch along of it or something. I don't know. We put in
we do in Discord.
In Discord,
Yeah, you can show up too, Trent. It's at 8:00 Central, 2 hours before the review. Now you don't have band practice at that time.
And then maybe we
still.
I do. No, I do. Today we were just off today. We had something come
up. Okay.
But maybe, sometime on the weekend, if somebody's around, just let it stream in the treehouse or something. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
But anyway, we go to TNA in the control truck. In the truck, there's no what's his name? Oh my God. He's Keith Mitchell. No, Keith Mitchell's not
in the truck.
It's Russo in the truck discussing the trials of Chris Harris. Very nice sit down with TNA. I always see TNA in a tux. He's never not in a tux. Oh,
he loves his tux.
Later on, he did have a polo on with the TNA logo.
Yes,
polo. That's what he would go.
He does rock the polo at times as well.
Casual. Well, that's in Florida.
Yeah.
TNA, they did used to actually sell that polo too at one time. The TNA polo. They used to sell that.
Cool to have.
Shop Impact used to have. They had windbreakers. They had polos. They had a button down one time. If I take it to the office, it had the.
I like that. And then people would make fun of me at work, and I'd be like, "Fuck you,
fuck you, man." Don West told me to buy this. I got a free DVD with this.
I'd be like, "Do you know who Don?" And they'd be like, "Oh, well, shit, where'd you get it? I love TNA.
Free DVD. Shit.
From John West, the John West? Yeah.
Baseball card guy? No way. Discussing the trials of Chris Harris, how he doesn't feel like he's ready, but he's going to wash his hands of it. All right, now round 2. This is the tag matches. So Teddy Hart and Jack Evans. Teddy's wrapped up, I guess, back to normal, taking on Abismo Negro and Juventud. This is how you know it's pre-tape, because Evans was in the last match, and he's already like back out here for this one, like immediately.
Yeah.
So like pre-tape the hell, right? Hoovy ends up making Hart tap with like a leg lock, but the match was great. I thought this was a lot of fun. These guys, this was a good matchup. I thought it really looked good. Evans really, I think Evans looked great here. Even Teddy, I think if he's really nursing an injury, it worked, man. This was a fun ass match.
I don't think he's hurt.
No? Maybe a little
Dude,
banged up? Maybe, I don't know.
he's whipping ass all over the place. Dude, Teddy Hart's the fucking man this episode. Like I was all in on Teddy Hart this episode. He looks good in every
with that
match.
hashtag. He's just
Nobody ever mentions that he was an OG of Team Canada, though. And they talk about Team Canada today.
He was the captain.
I know they don't talk about it at all.
He's like liquid though. Like he takes the shape of like whatever you give him. Like his combinations, his floatovers, the way he moves, everything. Like God, what a missed opportunity. He should be the biggest fucking star.
Pioneer, man. He's gonna be that guy that when he goes, they're all gonna be like, man, he was the guy.
Like, right. He was the best I ever saw. I've never seen anyone better.
Well, you could
I've been
still
training
even
people
see it.
for 30 years.
The last those years on the Indies, I would watch it.
Yeah.
Like everybody, and you're talking not just like the kids, veterans. I'll say even this. People from the Impact roster would sit at the knee. Yeah, they would sit at the knee of Teddy Hart because they're like, they want to learn something from him.
He's fucking amazing. You can see it. He's just gifted beyond belief. He's a combination of gifted and perfectly trained.
How about this? I typed in Teddy Hart highlights on YouTube, and the first clip is from AAW when we had him.
Nice.
And that was this is it. I guess it's all from that match.
Is there a full match up there from you?
No, it's some highlights from AAW from we had him a few times. I forgot we had him a few times actually. But man, dude, I'm telling you.
He's magic in the ring, dude. He was like the thing that kept me watching MLW. He was one of the few things that kept me watching it when I was trying to get into it.
He's actually Ted Annis. If anybody doesn't know that, Ted Annis. He's that's his real name is Ted Annis. He's his mom's a Hart. His father is Ted Annis Sr., I believe. Who was also
Ted Annis.
Who was also a wrestler. But he's a Hart. He's a Hart through mom. But dude, he's got the genes, man. It's like
clearly he has the fucking genes.
Yeah,
could have been the greatest Hart ever. Maybe look at this dude.
I mean, the highlight videos are awesome. I definitely recommend watching them. They're great. But I will say, they compared him a lot to Owen because Owen was like didn't have to try and was like naturally great when he was young. Like it just came to him. That's what it was for Teddy. He had it from day one. So that's what it was. That's the shame of the whole thing is that the kid had it. But hey, listen, like I said, there's a bunch of highlights. Enjoy them for what they are.
What a missed opportunity. As a wrestling fan, as a lifelong wrestling fan, you hate to see that pissed away, though. God dang, he's good.
I know.
Man, he's fucking good.
But he taps here on this one. He taps on this one to
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, they played the knee. They played the knee angle. I liked it. I thought the match was good.
It was.
We go to Bill's friend, Scott Hudson, with ICP, Too Tough Tony and the Rude Boy. This was right up Mark's alley. They're talking about, they just hyped the match and said, we're going to go back to the outside and do our herbal exercises. I was like, Mark, totally popping for that
dude, I'm all in on this ICP run. Like, I know.
They gave all, man.
What we know from Zave and I, and what we've heard from the awful ICP crowds, like, I get why it didn't go longer. But just from a television perspective, they are fun as shit. They clearly love wrestling and are into this. They clearly went out there and trained and have worked over the years to be able to at least go out there and have a 15-minute main event match. And the dude, Violent J is decent. They're both decent on the mic. Like, they clearly know the product. They have wrestling history. This is a good run from ICP. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fans,
yeah, yeah,
like the hijacking the Juggalos do of the anything other than ICP, which is a little. It's the way they tape this show, since it's all over the place. It was probably no ICP on these other shows with the X Cup, so therefore it's like okay, the crowd in this show for the most part, because the Juggalos are only there for the ICP match.
Right. Good point.
I will say they're all in though. I can never take it away from the fact that they're all in.
They
like,
clearly love it.
Yeah,
it's obvious on screen.
So no, it's even the interviews. Like they're having a good time doing it. They like being there. I'm not gonna take that away. The fans are another story, but ICP themselves, I think they helped a lot. I mean, they brought some attention at the time. They were peaking in 04, man.
They were trying to do good by wrestling. Like their fans were being assholes, but I don't think there was any ill intent from ICP. Clearly,
not at all.
They love wrestling.
No, absolutely,
no.
Absolutely.
I have no problem with ICP.
And if you want to. If you want to consider them, like celebrities or whatever, they are probably the very best celebrity wrestlers that we've seen. Stephen Amell's very good, but he might be better, but ICP's definitely up there in the conversation for best celebrity wrestlers.
Yeah. Andy Kaufman, then all these other guys.
Okay.
I love ICP. I'm an ICP fan. I got the shirts. I've seen them 13 times. Like I'm in.
We don't have to sell Trent on ICP.
No, I'm in. So
you're with us. All right, you're with us.
I had a good time with them every time. The fans were a different story. They're ICP fans are just like really bad wrestling marks sometimes.
Well, that's the thing. Anything that gets too crazy and where like you don't like anything but this.
That's it. Yeah,
that's the issue with anything, and that's what that became.
That's exactly what it was. All right, cool. Shuttlesworth just shared something on the Discord.
He posted the most recent Teddy Hart thing he could find from this May in the Discord. So if you are on the Discord, go check that out. If you're not on the Discord, you can find the link in the description of this video or anywhere on the socials. You should definitely join the Discord. That's where most of the action happens. It's like this show, but running 24 hours a day. There's always somebody on, always somebody from the show. There's a late night crew, a daytime crew. We stream stuff randomly. We watch movies. There's always something going on. So the
cool thing is we have people from all over the world in it. So there's if you're in the US, there's somebody late night, fellas in there overnight.
A guy from Chicago that doesn't go to bed.
No, him too. He's in there arguing sometimes.
That's another thing. Like
commenting at 3-4 a.m. Still late.
And the Discord is a place where we do have some heated debate, but like because it's more of a family environment, if you like to actually maybe talk a little bit more deeply about something particular in wrestling, and it's okay, and you can respect the other person and have a heated debate. We have a lot of that in our Discord, and it's cool. We're all still here, and we're all still family. It happens. We have disagreements, but in an environment like that, we can respectfully have that conversation. So
sometimes I go a little overboard, like the other.
We all do. We all do.
The other day after the AEW pay-per-view, I might have been a little bit of an asshole in the Discord.
And it happens. But at the end of the day, though, in the Discord, we can keep it family, It's a fun place.
Mark told me you're going too far, kid. I said, what do you mean? He's like, you're grounded. Get out of
here. I said, J-Bone's going to fire you from the Discord.
J-Bone!
He's already fired me from Thursdays. What else is left for? I got nothing else, man. All right, we're almost wrapping up.
Hey, man,
here.
You got this show.
This
is all you. This is the Trent show, right?
Throwback is all I got, man. And I'm done in like 20 episodes. I'm dead. I'm dead here too.
As Brian said, it's over.
It's over.
That's it. Stick a fork in us. We're done at that point.
Where do we leave off here? Oh, so we left off. So we
speaking of
I
gotta give a shout out to it's a fellow podcast, but it's Garrett's podcast.
Garrett Kidneys?
Garrett Kidney. He put out too. Today.
Yeah.
He's doing these too. He's farther back. He started after. But guess what website he bought that now takes you to his Patreon for that podcast?
Oh, gosh. What?
He bought the...
Don't tell me he bought Total Nonstop Impact.
He did not. He did not.
We should buy that now.
Yeah, we really should.
Yeah, we should get on that. That's bad of us.
Somebody bought
it. He got the TNA-Chad.com.
Did he buy that?
Yes.
Like the old.
You remember that?
Yeah. It was an old message.
That was like one of.
I remember
that was like the hot message board. We talked about it in one of the throwbacks from way back when. So when that went there today, I'm like, you, Garrett, very good.
Son of a bitch.
And that's
I think the site. Now I'm almost wondering if he was working it from back then. Because remember, like it still came up not long ago.
Yeah, it was still coming up, but it was controversial.
Like very outdated.
Yeah,
like it was like a cash version from like 15 years ago.
It was like a GeoCities website still.
It pretty much was. It was still like a GeoCities site. But that just I give kudos to something from that era because that's right now. Like that's TNA Chad era.
That's where they all went, man. It was TNA Chad. That was the spot. Fucking Chad. Whatever happened to Chad?
Nobody knows where Chad is. Now I'm thinking maybe Chad is Garrett. I don't know what's going on.
Chad is Garrett that whole time. It was me.
Dun dun dun. It's always been Garrett.
It's always been me. And he's like working for the company now, and it's like this whole master plan. Son of a bitch, man. Oh shit, that's crazy.
They get us from the inside. They get us from the inside.
Man, I have not listened to his. I imagine he's got his hands on a lot more accessible material.
Yeah,
more trivia. I haven't heard his stuff. Have you heard his, Bill?
I honestly, I only the stuff that he's posted. I have it because I'm not sure if his is all available, if it's all behind a Patreon wall. I think a lot of it's behind Patreon.
Maybe, I don't know. Speaking of Patreon, guys, patreon.com/WeTalkImpact. Don't forget to join. Bonus shows.
Lots of them sometimes. Sometimes a deluge of them.
Yes. Sometimes you get a lot. So it's only the 7th, and you'll get a lot. There's a lot coming up for the rest of the month.
Which reminds me, I do want to get that first TNI Fans Choice film. Let's do that soon.
Let's get that. Did we have a vote? Do we have a winner?
Yeah, it's going to be Married with Children featuring King Kong Bundy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I think it's going to be the start of all sitcoms.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Be won by a sitcom.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Fine by me because there's 22 minutes.
I love it. Easy. That's a watch along, baby.
Well, it's nice, yeah, because you can do the watch along and the review and the wrap up and still keep it an hour, and it's nice. It works out really well.
Nice and quick. I'm in.
We don't have to hear about all your relationships, Trent.
Hey, take it easy, man. Take it easy. Give me a break. Check. That's all I can do. Get nervous, ring the bell. Petey Williams.
What happened to your noisemaker? Is the noisemaker like done?
Oh, it's noisemaker. Where's the noisemaker? Here it is. Here's the noisemaker.
I like how I pulled it from his pants, it seems.
Yeah.
It's like Bill's gimmick table, Trent's gimmick pants.
I got this in my pants. That's in my pants too. The cowbell, just a big old party.
That we have a show about clowns. And you're going into your oversized pants, just picking stuff out.
I have this in my pants.
I got a harmonica.
There
what
you
is
go.
That? Oh, there you go. Got a fidget spinner in here too. What else? I have a.
You have a fidget spinner? I have 30 fidget spinners in my house.
It's a real tragedy. This is my dad's quote. My sister's coworkers made these stickers for my dad because my dad will use the term "it's a real tragedy" for things that aren't tragic at all. So it's like an ongoing joke. And I have stickers full of saying it's real tragic.
They got stickers made. That's
my god. Well, because we talk about, my sister will talk about it with her coworkers, and it'd be like, my dad will it'll be like this. He'll have a dinner cook. People come over for dinner, and he's I
knew it was going to be food related.
Just anything. It could be just usually dinner. If he's you needed tomatoes for a thing he's making, he goes, I went to the grocery store. Goddamn sons of bitches are all out of Roma tomatoes. I can't make the damn sauce like I want. It's a real tragedy. I'm like, that is not tragic.
It's not even
a lot of stock in that sauce.
It's such a tragedy. I'm like, Dad, I'm talking, famine is a tragedy,
this is some minor stuff.
The war was a tragedy. This is not a tragedy.
That's funny.
It's like this ongoing joke in our house.
You have a bad sauce.
I know. It's a tragedy. It really is a shitty sauce. But I tell you, man, it is. We laugh at it so much because the littlest thing would be just tragedy would be used for that. I'm telling you, just because you're out of Ziploc quart bags, it's not a tragedy. It's just an inconvenience. Things happen. Like, such a tragedy. I can't put this away like I wanted to. Such a tragedy.
Well, what's that? Is it worse than
Jiminy Christmas?
Tonight, Trent rants about his dad.
That's great. No, he's the best. He's hilarious, man. But we got stickers made. I'm like, I need more so I can just put them around the city, especially sweet. After the year we just had.
They were like, Manny,
this could become like a cult thing, man.
Hey, Chicago City of Street Art.
Rename the band.
Tragedy.
Isn't it a tragedy?
Tragically,
Manny. Tragically,
I think that's taken.
All right, let's finish up here. We're almost up here. We got do we say okay? We are Petey Williams and Johnny Devine taking on Garza and Aguila, and Canadians win. Petey and Devine win with the Divine Intervention. Great name for a finisher.
Great name.
Great move. Great match. I thought it was real solid. I wrote down the numbers are booked really well. What I meant by that was the point system back and forth. I thought was like perfect because it kept you like, oh shit, no, they got one. Oh shit, no, they got two in a row. Oh, they got another one. It kept me like they're constantly neck and neck, and I'm like, this is great because now I'm at a point where I'm like, they're keeping me interested. Now it's anybody's game, which I really liked about this. This was very smart booking on this. But I don't know if you guys have any feedback on that, Bill. Anything on this one?
A shock that Garza got pinned.
Yeah, that's what they catch
they catch him up in the points like that's because Garza they made look like unbeatable almost so far.
Yeah,
and for him to go down in this, it was like, oh, all right, yeah, Canada. I'm waving the flag. I'm getting excited. The coach he's just going, yuck it up. But then
very animated.
But then it doesn't turn out well. But we'll get to that.
I can't believe he died of lung cancer at 43.
It's crazy.
Well,
we went over this before.
You're younger than me. Nuts.
Like a lot of Team Mexico's not with us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, who else is gone? Abismo Negro's gone. Yeah.
Negro.
Hoovie's alive. And then
Yeah, S.A. Rios is still
alive. Aguila's live. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't believe I'm not talking like this guy. I mean, I'm guessing he was a heavy smoker or something. I don't know, but like that's
even more than being a heavy smoker. Like that had to be like genes that didn't react to it or something like that.
Maybe he grew up near a chemical facility,
it's
Houston or something. Actually, he lived here in Houston. Maybe he grew up here. I don't know.
Yeah, he had to have some type of indisposition to this because that's crazy.
Yeah, 40. I mean, I smoked for 20 years.
Well, they were talking that Bob Ross documentary. That Bob Ross documentary. His one buddy thinks it was all the paint thinner that caused him to get.
Yeah,
I
almost didn't like that speculation being included, and he did say it was him speculating, but I really didn't like the way that was presented.
It was thrown in there.
We should do a whole show on that Bob Ross documentary because
it was a great documentary.
Fantastic. It really taught me a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm a huge Bob Ross, as we all are, right? He's like Bob Ross is everyone's favorite.
It's a happy little cloud.
Yeah, but man, this documentary showed me some stuff that I just had no idea.
Yeah.
Now I would say if anybody's on the Twitch, I know there's a bunch of people on the Twitch. I believe isn't there like Bob Ross like little emails?
24. There's a 24/7
There's
Bob
a channel.
Ross channel. Yeah,
I believe that's actually one of the channels we can co-stream still.
There you go. We can.
I will.
Like we could actually do a co-stream on Twitch only of Bob Ross.
My
comment while we're there.
My question with that is, who actually? Because we found in the documentary that his company to run by these corrupt bastards who took his name. Is PBS? Is PBS streaming that, or is it the Bob Ross Inc. who's completely destroyed their name?
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah,
they're terrible. Who took them?
Yeah,
I tell you what, though, I'm looking at Garza's like career. What a career he had up to 43, though. Like titles everywhere, ranked high. He was 19 on PWI 500 at one point in 04. Like this guy was making a round, man. Like he was getting out there. He was the one.
What number was he then in 04?
19. Top.
So 20. he's a top 20 the year he's at TNA.
Yeah.
How about that? Wow. That's why he's booked so strong.
How about this? He won the TNA year-end award for the one to watch. It was Hector Garza that year. The TNA year-end awards in 04.
And you know what's crazy? All those years later, the relation, Angel Garza, comes to Impact. And I don't know how realistic they could have kept him was, but he obviously was the guy that they were bringing in at the time. That was like, how do you, well, when you look at both of them, a lot of those guys that came in, like what they're doing now, they've been great to keep those guys.
Oh, absolutely.
They both went up north.
He's up north, isn't he?
And Phantasma. You know my affinity for Phantasma.
Yeah. I liked Angel. I mean, Angel was great too. He did the pants thing. I used to pop.
Oh, he was great. Like that was a great character. Like he was translating. He was over.
I tell you what, though, it's got really stale up north. Really stale. Obviously, they don't present things as well either, so that's part of it. But he was really over for a while there. One note on Garza. He gave Ty Valkyrie her nickname, Wera Loca.
Really, that was him? No shit. Oh,
Hector Garza gave her that nickname.
I love the man. When he gets to Orlando, he's a fucking monster. Like this is like his year. Like he tears it apart. And I think, and I remember there was one thing that happened. He was getting a singles push, and he got arrested for steroids for something. Like he was supposed to wrestle somebody solo at a pay-per-view, and they canceled the match because he got caught with roids at the border, and they canceled the match. And I remember that's what it was. Like, and that was kind of like, shit. You know, you had a real, like that was going to be a nice little breakout. Not that it stopped him, but I think that was a big thing that really threw off a lot of people with him because he got arrested. He actually went to jail.
Right. It was like the Van Damme weed thing.
Yeah. He had some heavy shit on him. That was the thing. And he tried getting it over the border. It's like, no, I think just pick it up when you get back. Just do it when you get back. You know, fly in clean, do it when you get back. But it sucks. But all right, so they won with that divine intervention. Scott Hudson with Team Canada. This is I wrote taping is so out of whack because the guys who just wrestled are literally right in this segment with the jackets on, like they just never did anything. But they're all dressed. D'Amore starts talking in like a French Canadian accent at one point, which I love.
Sounded Russian to me.
It was something.
And Scott Hudson's like, "What the hell was that?"
I get you USSR number one.
No, definitely that French Canadian English. That's what that was. That was great. But he goes, what does he say to D'Amore to Hudson? Then he goes, stop being such a Fuka show. What the hell does that mean?
I have no clue what he's talking about.
Anybody know what that means? And I'm guessing French.
Fuka show.
Fuka show.
I didn't even hear that.
He goes, stop being so Fuka show, Hudson. I was like, what does that mean? You know, in French.
That's somebody's name?
I don't know.
I have no clue.
Is it like a Don Callis, like throwing somebody's name at you?
We gotta ask the coach. Can we tweet the coach and ask him? We gotta put the clip up.
We gotta clip
and say, what does this mean? Damn it! What does this mean?
We need answers.
Mark, I need you to do your clipping talents tomorrow. If you're not too sleepy from Carnival around.
It won't be tonight.
Not tonight. We're about to wrap up. Mark's gonna wake up in like 2 hours. So let's get going here. So now we're on team. So now we're on the 4-on-4. This is it. This is the finals now. This was very much a mess. It was fun as hell in a lot of ways, but Mike Posey can kiss my fucking ass. The worst referee I have ever seen. I thought Rudy Charles was stinking it up.
Still sucks.
This kid, I want to just, what is he? He's at AEW, right? I need to call cousin Tony Khan and be like, listen, man, you need to fire. Listen, man, you need to fire this guy. He's gonna botch anything you do. You need to just get rid of this guy.
Yeah.
All right, so Team Mexico, all four of them. It's Abismo Negro, Hector Garza, Juventud Guerrera, and Mr. Aguila versus Team Canada, Petey Williams, Johnny Devine, Teddy Hart, and Jack Evans with Scott D'Amore on commentary. Scott D'Amore's on commentary. 4-on-4. Crowd is hot for this. I'm guessing they taped this first, like at one of the tapings, because the crowd is like,
they're jacked up.
I love
it. Up on Mountain Dew.
Yes, which I'm glad they were, because this deserves some excitement.
Yeah.
Here's the order of elimination. Okay, first off, I gotta say, Johnny Devine, I think, shined on this one. I think he came out pretty good on this one. I opened my eyes up to Johnny Devine. I was like, this guy's not bad.
You're digging Johnny.
I was impressed with him, man. He's a good-looking guy. He was solid in there. I think he took control of the ring. And I gotta say, I'm shocked he's not. He really gets forgotten too.
He stands out. Do I dare say he's the veteran on Team Canada?
Maybe, right? I don't know. They're all young.
A young team, probably. He could very well be.
Hart was all over the place. Honestly, he's like everywhere. But,
so here's Teddy Hart.
Yeah. So first off, it goes Hoovy pins Evans. He's out. Hart's all over. Hart pins Abismo. Devine pins Hoovy. Aguila pins Devine. I'm going to stop there for a second. I hated that these were all back-to-back type things. It's like the one pin happens. It's like, here's all of them. It's like, why?
It's like in a battle royal when like nobody's thrown out for the first 10 minutes and then all of a sudden everybody gets thrown out. It's like
classic elimination match. It's like, here's one and here's the rest.
Yep.
Like, we got to get to the end quick.
Broke the seal.
Yeah. Hart then pins Aguila. Posey is fucking up everywhere because when Garza pins Hart, it's like a total, like nobody knows what happened. Like Hart,
they're like, is Hart eliminated? Is he eliminated?
Like today's like,
I guess he's eliminated.
You could tell D'Amore is hot at this. He's like, no, he didn't. That's not a count. He didn't get pinned. No, he didn't. And like Posey's doing this, so everybody's like thinking no elimination, when in fact he should be doing this, meaning he's out. But this idiot's going to today's like, is he out? I don't know. And Posey's like, yeah, look at this, like. So he's safe? What the fuck are you saying? Like, Borash doesn't know what to say. Nobody says anything. They go back in, and Posey yells, he's eliminated. I go, what a mess. This kid must have worked for free. Absolutely must have worked for free. Because it was terrible. Hart was pissed.
Yeah, when was he working the explosion matches as a wrestler?
20 episodes ago, I guess.
Yeah.
If I were like, you're not good at this, you're definitely not good at this. But Hart was pissed. He looked, but he got out because he's like, well, fuck it. You're calling it out. So he gets, I don't think that was the finish. It was such a mess. Hart and Aguila, like every pin had something because of Posey here. Total mess. Anyway, Garza pinned Hart. He's out. Then Garza pins Petey. And Garza's looking like a monster right here. Like he is killing it. And that's the win. I think did he do the moonsault to finish it?
He did like a corkscrew,
that crazy corkscrew,
dude.
yeah.
No, it's a guy that big. He gets so much air.
Like, for a guy that size,
nuts.
That's nuts. That is nuts. Yeah, so Garza pins Williams to end it, and Mexico wins. They retain. It was exciting. The finishes had some botches, but it was fun. It was definitely a lot of action. That's what I liked about it. Total nonstop action.
It was more fun than good. I would say to somebody this tournament was fun. I enjoyed it. The wrestling was, but it was fun.
It was just a lot of chaos, just everything going on.
Teddy Hart, man. Teddy Hart.
Total TNA with ref incompetence.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. And Teddy Hart.
If that was a good ref, I tell you, that could have been such a smoother deal. But he was bad.
Teddy Hart could have been a huge star, guys. He could have been like
Hart was nuts.
He could have been the fucking biggest, man. He was all over the place, outside the ring, off of everything in sight. Like what a fucking.
Honestly, you could look at it as, if you want a comparison, because someone brought up earlier because of the youth when they were signed, but Jeff Hardy's a pretty decent comparison for a guy that had issues again.
Yeah,
but when he was like he was able to go through it and reach some pinnacles, but then he would always fall down, and that's kind of the same thing. But he would get huge again, and that's the thing. If Teddy, like, he could have been on that same trajectory.
Yeah. Teddy had some, and you're right. Hardy had some major stuff too with DUIs, drugs.
Teddy Hart must just have a really hard to work with personality or something.
He also was very tough in that sense, and also Teddy had some weird stuff, domestic stuff, and he's a bit weird too.
Girlfriend disappearing,
with the cats, having had 1,000 cats and traveling with them, and
having them in the ring.
Like
fucking sitting on the ring post.
He drives like a limo or like a gold-plated limo or something. That's how he gets around. Like
a lot of this is much later in the career.
I know.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Nothing wrong. Being eclectic ain't a crime.
Like, I love it, man.
But apparently
he's like the Howard Hughes of wrestlers.
Yeah, he's committed legitimate crimes against other people apparently, and that doesn't get a pass. But damn, the dude can wrestle. Jesus, have you guys seen Teddy Hart? He's fucking amazing.
He is great.
God damn.
Brian's in the chat. He knows. We saw him firsthand at AAW, and he was cool as hell to everybody. I'll never say he wasn't. He was nice.
And everybody says that about him too. You guys have both said that on many occasions. It's so weird though, because he's got this terrible reputation, yet all the fans clearly he was nice to fans.
He's very nice to people. I don't know what it is.
He'll have issues with if he doesn't think you do stuff. Like he's got that old school mindset, probably even when he was young, because of the Hart connection and the dungeon and all that. Like if you're not doing it the right way, and probably at like 20 years old he was calling people out for not doing it the right way, and that didn't sit well.
Rub people the wrong way. Yeah.
Have
you guys seen him wrestle?
Another comparison, Tessa.
That's another one. Yeah.
Like with
that's
the
actually maybe a better. That's maybe a better comparison. The backstage, although she reached more of a lofty height than he's never been able to get his career off the ground because he's never been able to stay straight long enough.
I never knew his actual shoot name is Edward.
It's Edward,
Edward. Eddie.
Eddie Ennis.
Eddie.
He should reinvent himself, straighten himself up. Well, he's got to be pretty old now, huh?
His dad was BJ Ennis. I forgot, not Teddy Sr. That's right. I thought he got like the Teddy from his dad's name, but no, it's BJ Ennis. But yeah, his mom is Georgia Hart, which is Brett and Owen's sister. But crazy stuff. But I don't know. Teddy trained Jack Evans, and I believe they pointed out. We talked about this earlier, Bill. Jack is engaged to Teddy's sister at this point. They mentioned that on commentary.
Yeah.
Which they bring up on commentary. That he's engaged.
Well, they're trying to connect it all together because they go over Neidhart and the Bulldog, and they're like, oh, connection as well. It's all in the family.
All the family. That's it. He's got a man. His Wikipedia is interesting. I highly recommend reading it. It's a lot going on there.
I believe that. Yeah, I might do that afterward. Well,
so that said, Mexico retains now. We go to Scott Hudson talking with Jeff Jarrett about the Chris Harris match. Just hyping that up. That's Jeff Jarrett, so I'm going to do this. That's Jeff Jarrett, Bell.
I for a second, I thought you were going to give the most unenthusiastic cowbell in history.
Just like
it was like Christopher Walken is not happy somewhere with that cowbell you did.
I don't hate Jarrett, man. I just there's a couple of decisions.
I don't hate him. So speaking of Jarrett and Scott D'Amore in this episode, those two men were sitting together on a panel for that ad-free shows this past weekend, right next to each other, joking around, being jovial.
Yeah.
Really? Do I dare say the return of Double J?
My world.
Oh man,
it's only fitting. It's only fitting.
I mean, he's gone from WWE, right? He's let go.
He's done. Yeah, he's done.
Oh man,
where's David Penzer when you need him?
Where's Jarrett's place in the current Impact product, though?
Not really a place.
They do a TNA if they go no place like home.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though.
But that's just like a one-time deal.
I'll tell you what. Hear me out on this. Would it be wrong for him to be an agent at this point?
No. That would probably be a fit.
35 years of experience.
He knows everybody. Yeah.
The founder of the company. Yeah. An agent?
Would he want to?
He was doing it there, up north. That's what he was doing up north.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good way to come back and not really be anywhere near like the show in a sense.
Right. Yeah, the only thing with all that is with all these big personalities, they have to be willing to do a role that, like you just said, but like can a Jarrett, like a bully, can they play a small role without trying to take it over?
Because they keep trying to get on TV. They're all so eager to be on TV, man. It's like
can they compartmentalize that like Lance Storm has done and put it to the side?
Can you just be an agent? The default saying the same thing in the chat. No one on screen, just you're strictly management. But see, like Demore and Callis couldn't resist. You know, they got in there. They got in there big.
It's very tough for people that are used to it.
That's the thing.
Not going to act like it wouldn't be tough.
Yeah.
Especially for a guy that founded the company.
That's the thing. It's like I'm back here. I've sued this place, and I'm here. You know,
although it's
in his mind,
that stuff's always under the bridge.
Well, but the thing is,
never hold a grudge in wrestling.
But you bring Jarrett back in. That's true. The mentality in his mind is probably, and how could it not be? This is my place.
Yeah, it's his world. If you could say that,
my world.
All right, main event, guys. Let's wrap it here.
Let's give me the bet.
ICP, Violent J, Shaggy 2 Dope, Rude Boy, and Too Tough Tony taking on Kid Cash, Glenn Gilberti, and David Young. Were we a guy short here? Why is it 4-on-3?
Wait, Kid Cash, Gilberti, DY, and
that was it.
No, it's because Rude Boy's not in the match officially.
Oh, Rude Boy's not in the match. Okay.
But he's outside and he plays a part.
Yes.
Okay, because he gets involved here. I was like, this son of a bitch is involved.
And honestly, the way TNA and all do it, they act like Rude Boy is like part of the team. Mm-hmm. Like when it's coming out, so they don't hype up that it's not even to begin the match.
It's not like there was any rules to this match. So.
Yeah, because there's no rules, they're not focused on it. Rude Boy can do whatever he wants. He's there.
Yeah.
I believe Rude Boy is Jay's brother. Actually, Rude Boy is Jay's brother. And then Jump Steady was another one in the crew, and he was Two Dope's brother. So yeah, Rude Boy is Violent Jay's brother.
The name Jump Steady rules.
Jump Steady's a great name. I'm telling you, early ICP is full of like these weird characters. Nate the Mac and like Jump Steady, all these weird ass these Detroit white kid rappers from like the weird part of the town. They had these weird ass names, but they were great.
I believe Too Tough Tony's the current Juggalo champion. I think
he's still going.
Oh wow!
Now I believe though, Teddy Hart had the title and never lost it.
He said it in the chat earlier. Somebody said it in the chat.
What do you mean he never lost?
So they had to crown a new champion because I believe he never lost that
forfeited
belt
or something. He went to jail or something, and they got to strip him.
Yeah,
probably.
No, wait. Jump Steady. My bad. Jump Steady is Jay's brother. So who's Rude Boy? I don't know who Rude Boy was. But yeah, Jump Steady was also a JCW heavyweight champion.
They've all been champions.
They've all been champions.
I got to imagine they've all been Juggalo champion at some point.
Oh my god! But so is Teddy Hart apparently.
Yeah, Jump Steady was Robert Bruce. That's Jay's brother. But
apparently is the wrestling equal of Teddy Hart. If you
was Jump Steady in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, that was Rocksteady and Bebop.
Rocksteady. Give me a break. Come on. Come on, man. All right. But yeah, no, listen. Crowd's hot. This is the
very hot
our Carnival match, right?
This match is badass.
This match is fucking fun.
It's so fucking fun.
It's so chaotic that I love they do a thing where in the middle, randomly in moments in the match, the lights will go out and they'll play Chicken Hutton and the lights are flashing.
I fucking loved it.
It's just and then they'll stop and then they'll go back to a match and and then they'll go again. And it's a circus. But basically it's a Clockwork Orange House of Fun match in a sense.
Yes.
That's what it is.
That's all it is with the light show. And I love today every time they've got their own special lights and music. In today's call, and it's so old confused man trying to explain what the fuck is happening in this wrestling arena right now.
I love
Crash Vector here.
Oh man, it was so good.
Mike today. And look, it's clearly done. Oh, wait a minute, we gotta run it.
Did you really summon the old prospector?
I summoned.
I said it.
Fuck. Yeah, he's the old prospector.
Ding ding! It's old
prospector.
What the hell are you doing?
Hey, is this?
Oh, he froze.
Oh, he was about to give us some good knowledge.
He was about to give us something, and he froze.
Is how late are you guys open? Can I still order a? Oh,
Get
is
the hell out of here,
this a late night pizza line? Can I still order a pizza?
No,
Cut his mic. Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
I love the frozen face with like the eyes closed.
Jay, your connection.
Now he has a good connection. All of a sudden.
Now he's on mute. What the hell's going on here? There we go. Jay Bronski.
All I wanted was a pizza.
Your connection sucks.
The Wi-Fi's not good on this end of the house, apparently.
No, not good.
I'll try back another night.
All right, extra sausage.
Right. Extra sausage. I want to run in that one. No, fun ass match. I liked it a lot.
This match was fucking badass. This is one of my favorite matches we've seen. Like, no lie, I really enjoyed this. It's so stupid, but man, it makes for. Can you imagine seeing this match live?
That's what I'm saying.
A match like this with the fucking music and the lights just fucking randomly going out and giving the Juggalos extra fucking power for battle. That's badass. What a great fucking theme to work into that shit. And if you've seen JCW, right, it's like that type of shit too, right? Like weird shit like that. Mm-hmm. So
it's wacky. It's wacky. It's fun.
It's not for everybody though, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Have you seen that same thing at a show, Trent? 13 shows. Did they ever do anything like this?
They would do like they've done like I never saw where they actually did like a wrestling deal. Like they've like I was at the show where Two Dope,
but even like playing a song, would they like cut lights out in the middle of a song? Start off, do something with lights.
It's a circus, man. Their shows are wild. Like their shows, like lights out, strobe lights, throwing Fago everywhere.
I have no doubt they put on a great show.
They're a great concert. They were an absolutely great concert.
Natural born entertainers.
Yeah, they're a fun. Bill, you're an entertainment guy. You love events. If you can catch them on this retirement tour, I highly recommend it. Just for the spectacle. The spectacle, you don't have to learn it.
I almost went. They played Reading a couple of years ago, and I nearly went, but then I did not.
I had a friend who never heard him, never liked him. Just was like, I'm like, just go and see the spectacle. I've heard enough. Dude, he was hooked after the show. He's like, this is wild. Like, what is
it's like seeing Guar. You can't see Guar live and not walk away a fan.
That's what it's Guar with hip hop, and that's all. And it's just a wild night, and you'll never see anything like it. I swear.
Get in on it now, then, if this is their final tour.
Final tour. He's sick. You know, Jay's got a bad heart.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he announced at the gathering he has a heart failure. Damn, it's a lot of years of stuff, man. You know, there's a lot of
wrestling
pills, partying. You know,
he wrestling some more.
Yeah,
wrestling.
He's got a heart failure now. Hopefully, he can take some time off, heal it up. You know, you can reverse stuff. Things are out there, so hopefully he just needs time off. But
J-Bone was coming on to give us this line.
Get the hell out of here, Bone. Just get out of here. Which one?
Cut his chat.
Yeah, we cut him off all the way through. That was it. He was out of here. There's no room for that here, J-Bone. We had a good night tonight with this. But no, good stuff all around. Get a return though. I think Mark was very excited about the return. I'll let you put it out there, Mark.
What?
We had a run in at the end of this match.
I don't remember. I'm really tired.
Bill, take the run in.
There, I'll take.
Which one's Jay?
No, we had a run in at the end of this one. Here we go. We got a soundbite for this.
That's
wherever
right.
It's used so infrequently.
I got it.
I remember that. I popped for this.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Period.
I did pop. I forgot. Sorry, it's late as fuck. Well, I guess it's
Monty Brown comes in, power bombs Rude Boy straight up on the ladder like a boss. I'm like
dude, that was so stupid, bro.
It's been a year since we've seen the alpha male.
It's been about a year. Again, I think you forget the guy was gone for a long stretch. Where he went, nobody knows. I don't know where he went.
He just stretch. I don't remember him being gone for that long of a stretch in here.
Abyss too. You know when he was gone for that whole like 2003. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess he was gone this whole time.
Yeah.
Or 02. Like Abyss appeared like one show, left for the rest of 02, came back in like late 03. I'm like, fuck happens to these guys? But no, man, Monty Brown is back. Cash ends up pinning Too Tough Tony on the ladder. So they win. monster heat, though. The crowd is like ready to riot, which is a great heat, man. And then you end it with a Harris and Jeff Jarrett hype video. That's the show. But that main event, absolutely a ton of fun. Really tied the show together. It's like a good rug, tied the fucking show together.
Honestly, just a real quick thing on the main event. To me, it was the only thing that felt like what's been part of the narrative for months now, because the tournament was like its own thing and didn't feel, and because it was pre-recorded, probably didn't have the feel of a TNA show of this time. Whereas the main event really did. It tied directly back into the main stories going on, and it had a lot of the familiar faces. So it was a nice way to close the show. Overall, the show was average, but the main event, I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah, made fun. Bill, closing thought?
I thought it was good for what it was. The tournament, it told its tale, but I like the X Cup stuff. I'm a fan of the X Cup. Seeing the wrestler, so I like that, but I could see where people wouldn't. And obviously, this is early Team Canada, so I'm a big fan of that. Scotty D'Amore, the coach, never get enough of the coach. So no, I liked it. Still felt like the TNA shows because of too much Scott Hudson, but not much Jarrett at all. Like, this is about as little Jarrett as you can get. That's it. So. But yeah, so a lot of the main storylines, but the return of Monty Brown, fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that honestly, that's my biggest highlight of the show.
Well, that segment encapsulated what we're really used to these days here. I think the rest of the show wasn't as chaotic. You know, the tournament kind of had rules, followed a path. It was very
structured tournament.
Yes, we're used to we are now accustomed to total chaos from this show. They have trained us to expect fucking bananas shit nonstop. And so we didn't get that this episode. So we're like, okay, yeah, it was a little different, you know.
Yep. But that's the show, guys. That's all of it. That's NWA-TNA number 85. So it's late. We're going to start getting the close in here. But this show, don't forget, guys, let me give the schedule. Don't forget, again, patreon.com/WeTalkImpact. Do not hesitate to check that out. Check out all the different tiers we got, bonus shows, all that stuff. Take a look at that. But the show schedule every Tuesday, Time Machine Tuesday, NWA-TNA Throwbacks. Next week will be 86. Wednesday, TNI UK. It's a recap of all the news of the week. Preview of Impact and Access TV coming up this week. Thursday, reaction watch along of Impact and Access TV and BTI. And then a post show as soon as that goes off the air. Post show with the team, breaking down the whole show. And you never know who's going to show up. Jay Christ showed up last week. Jay Christ was on the show last week. And he is on anybody's show but TNI. So go check that out. Take a look if you haven't heard Jay Christ on the show. But yeah, that's the show schedule. Plus all the pay-per-views, bonus shows, all that stuff. It's all here. Total Nonstop Impact. YouTube, Twitch. Just twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. YouTube.com/Total Nonstop Impact. All audio platforms, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Spotify, Pandora, and Amazon. Rate, review, subscribe, please. ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact as well. Bill, where can they find you?
They can find me at my name, William M. Gardner, GARDNER, on the Twitter. Maybe other places. I won't even name them, but other places as well, or shows. Got a busy weekend coming up, so maybe I'll see you there. Got 3 cities and 3 nights. Got New York Friday. Got Broadheadsville, PA, Saturday, and Philly on Sunday.
Look at that, man. He is traveling. Last week he didn't travel, so he's itching.
That's not bad, though. That's doable. That sounds very doable.
Tri-state. That's all tri-state. That's easy to do. Good stuff. Mark,
we're used to Bill flying to LA and then back to Nashville.
And still doing the reviews. Still on the reviews, though.
Insane dedication. You can find me at Mark World Order. That's MARKQ World Order on Twitter. But you can find me on the Discord mostly. You will find the link to that here in the description or on the socials. Join us on the Discord. We would love to have you. Trent, where can they find you?
Trensberry over on Twitter, guys. That's where to get me. Also, Hemi Music on Twitter as well. That's a place to catch up with me, and Instagram as well, Hemi Music. This show, We Talk Impact, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Go ahead and connect with us on all the social medias. Be sure to retweet things out. If you see them, share it around. You know, an Impact fan, tell them what we do here. We are growing constantly, so just keep sharing it out. Discord is the place to be, guys. Jump in the Discord. Link is in the description below. Best online Impact Wrestling fan community you can ask for, along with other topics, too. There's like other promotion talk. There's different rooms. There's everything. And honestly, we've created a really good community. If anyone's on Reddit, feel free to share the show links, the Discord links on Reddit. I know it's a big place for wrestling. Share it in the wrestling Reddit subreddits. Please put it out there. We want to keep growing the community. Let people know there's a good place to talk Impact with a bunch of like-minded fans. So to have them join in here, but and then always let Impact know you like the show. Let Impact know what we're doing over here, and that you want more of this. That you think this is the best Impact Wrestling show. I will give it to Josh Matthews. He did put us over on his live on Instagram. They put us over. The GOAT, as Bill likes to call him. He does like a week.
The GOAT. But speaking of, because we did not say it, but once again, this happened after last Tuesday. Don't want to be a downer, but I know it's been coming up. So kudos. I know Velvet Sky and a couple others had done something earlier on Twitch, but they did like a remembrance talking about Daphne, and obviously as a throwback, obviously rest in peace, Daphne, once again.
Yes. Yeah. Rest in peace, Daphne. And listen, it's sad stuff what happened there. We really feel bad about it. But yeah, if you feel something going on in your life, there's a lot of places to reach out. There's people to talk. If you want to just talk to the people in the Discord, put it in the Discord. I'm sure somebody is out there, man. Don't hesitate to reach out to people. People are out there. There's if you just feel safe around wrestling fans, put it in the Discord. You want to talk to somebody. You want to vent it in the Discord. Don't hold it in. Just put it in the Discord. You want to vent I've vented about plenty of stuff in the Discord. I'm in a lot of trouble though. But definitely our condolences.
That's all right. But we're all friends and family there.
Yeah. So yeah, just give us listen. Our condolences to Daphne. She was awesome. I was a big fan of Daphne. So condolences to her friends and family. So, but that's not to end on a downer, but it's important to at least mention that again. But thank you all for joining us, hanging out late. Throwback is great. It's a fun show. At 86 next week, we're nearing 90, and it ends at 111. So we're almost here, man. We're getting.
I'm looking at it. The return of Monty. That's like the kickstart to 2004.
That's it. They go to Orlando with Monty.
Yeah, this is like Monty. They're riding the Monty train, the alpha male.
That's it. So that's it, guys. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. If you guys have any feedback, leave the feedback in the description below. Sabanite, I'm looking at you. If you got insight on this one, leave a comment, man. I really, really wonder what happened here. Like, what was the feedback live? Give me all of it. But thank you guys again. We appreciate it. Tomorrow, TNI UK afternoon for the US, noon Central Time, 6 p.m. UK time. Catch them. Then Thursday will be the main show, the flagship. Other than that, anything else, boys? All right, Mark's got to be up in an hour and a half to go get on with his life, play Crazy Taxi. So we're going to get out of here. Yeah.
I love Crazy Taxi.
TNI UK tomorrow, as you said. He teased it on Saturday. Steve said he was going to have another interview coming up. That was revealed today. It was with a throwback from the British invasion, Doug Williams.
Yeah.
That Wrestle Buddy.
I think Steve is saying he's off the interview now, though. I think he's not. Wrestle
Buddy
Buddy's
listed on there, but okay.
I know. I think he's off it, but Wrestle Buddy's still doing it, I think. So
check it because it had him listed, but things changed.
I'll double check with him tomorrow. I think I don't know. I thought he got pulled off of it, but I'll double check. Either way, Wrestle Buddy's doing a Doug Williams interview. Check it out. But all right, we're gonna get out of here, everybody. Thank you very much. We will catch you tomorrow for the UK and Thursday for flagship. Everybody have a great night. Stay safe. We'll talk to you later. Good night.